Kyle Shanahan has somewhat officially, named his starter for the game against the Raiders. And we are going to get into it all. Right after this, we are going to react to Trey Lance getting the start. Let's go. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Love to see it. What is going down, Sourdough Squad? We've got some news to talk about, react to. We have our starter. We got our starter, at least for the preseason game against the Raiders. Kyle Shanahan went on KNBR, and he said Trey Lance will be your starter, most likely. You know how Kyle does. He left a little bit of room for backing up and backing, But he said, based on their current plan, Trey Lance will be the starter against the Las Vegas Raiders, and he will likely get the first half. So, what do you guys feel about that? How are you feeling? Let me know in the comments. How does that make you feel? I think it's the right move. I definitely wanted to see Trey Lance get the first crack out there against the Raiders. Kyle Shanahan also went on to say that in regards to starters, there will likely not be any starters out there, if minimum starters at that, from the San Francisco 49ers perspective. So Trey will be rocking with the twos, but it is a great opportunity for Trey Lance to get out there, to be able to get some reps, go through the motions as the starter. Again, man, we haven't seen Trey Lance have this opportunity since week 2, since he was the starter against the Seattle Seahawks when he had the unfortunate injury to his foot. I am fully behind this move. I really do think that, hey, shout out Tommy for the badge. Hey, shout out Tommy. Speaking of Tommy, he's in here. I don't know where it went. I got the sticker right here. Make sure you tap in with my guy. 49ers for sale. Hook you up with the pins. I had it right here. I don't know where it went. But I do think this is a good move for Trey Lance, for the 49ers, for the fan base, for our mental health. Just get Trey Lance out here. Let him be able to work through those motions, going through as the starter. Appreciate the badge, Narcisse. But I do think this is a great opportunity for Trey Lance to be able to showcase what we've seen all throughout training camp. And one of the things that we took away from training camp was you could definitely see the improved mechanics. You could see what he was able to work on from the beauty of being able to be at Trey Lance's training camps and cover Trey Lance's training camps as a rookie, a sophomore, and now heading into his junior season. I've been able to watch the progression all the way throughout. And so I think what you guys are going to see is you're going to see what we've seen, and that's Trey Lance's improved throwing mechanics, more decisive decision-making. The ball comes out faster and when he's ready to go. So I think that will be an awesome, awesome opportunity for Trey, for the 49ers to get into some rhythm and see what we've kind of been seeing in training camp. And I think it's an awesome opportunity. Obviously, we know that Brock Purdy got a majority of the reps in joint practices this week with the ones, basically all the reps. So that felt like more of Brock Purdy's preseason. And now Trey's going to get an opportunity. And I know a lot of people want to see it. I know a lot of people want to see Trey Lance be able to be back out on that field. Again, it's been a long time for a lot of you guys. So a lot of people just want to see Trey. I know a lot of people have, of course, when the 49ers traded up to 3, they got Trey. And there's a lot of people who love Trey and love what he's about, and rightfully so. So it's a great opportunity for him to get out there. Great opportunity for Sam Darnold as well, to see what these guys got. Because to be honest, if we're going to talk a little bit of quarterback competition, and we're going to talk about Trey Lance versus Sam Darnold, because that's really what it's been. It's been a competition of the quarterback twos. This is a great opportunity for one of these guys to separate and take advantage of the opportunity, because that's one of the things that I'd been talking about through my basically training camp coverage, was that although both guys looked like they had made strides and improved, neither one really separated from each other. They were both playing well, but it was pretty close. Like, you could really tip the scale one way or the other, and you could make an accurate case or debate one way or the other of who should have been quarterback two throughout training camp. So now these guys get to go onto the big time stage with all the eyeballs watching, and they get to show what they got. And like I said, I haven't seen anything from training camp that was a great separator from these two. So that's what I think what this preseason can be for this quarterback two battle, is we can finally see someone separate. We could see how these guys react when the lights are shining the brightest. And again, it is preseason, but hey, you've seen the reactions across preseason. Shout out to my guy, Shark City Bullies, for the badge. Appreciate you. You've seen the reactions to preseason. CJ Stroud is already a bust after two series. Stroud's already a bust. What are some of the other reactions that we've gotten from preseason so far? DTR is him. So again, it's preseason. We recognize it's preseason, but it's still a great opportunity to showcase everything. And people are going, this is the most, we've been talking about this preseason for like probably since the NFC Championship game, since Sam Darnold was signed. We talked about this preseason as one of the most highly anticipated preseasons in recent memory. And it's for this quarterback battle that we've been talking about nonstop. So who's DTR? Dorian Thompson Robinson. He is the quarterback 3 for the Browns, but might be quarterback 2 sooner rather than later. So we just got that news again. Kyle Shanahan went on to KNBR, let us know that Trey Lance will be the starter against the Raiders. And again, I agree right now that that's the right move. Now, I won't be shocked at all either to see it flipped for preseason week 2. It's going to be interesting to see if Brock Purdy will get any run in this preseason. I personally think it would be good to see Brock Purdy in preseason, but I don't know. I don't know what that's going to look like, but I also see this kind of quarterback 2 situation battling itself out, and I could see these guys swap roles in preseason game 2. So we'll see. But again, great opportunity for Trey Lance to get out there, show what he's got, and help get the narrative on his side. And that's what preseason can be, is that you can, we got 2 preseason games going on right now. Any hype is good hype right now. So even for both guys, if both guys do good, that's a best case scenario for the San Francisco 49ers. And that's ultimately what we're looking for, is we're looking for these guys to go out, show that they can move the football, be effective, be efficient, take care of the football, complete your passes, do all the different things that you expect to see from a starting caliber quarterback. And that's what we'll be looking for. So again, great opportunity for Trey, great opportunity for both Sam too. And of course, everyone else who's fighting for a roster spot. I know we put so much value and weight into the quarterback, but remember, We got other position battles as well. With Ray going down, with the broken wrist, we now have guys battling for that. I think the 49ers are going to keep 5 wide receivers. So because of that number, and because of Ray's injury, that opens up a spot. That means you got guys like Chris Conley, who's had a phenomenal camp, Tay Martin, who's had a phenomenal camp. You got guys like Ronnie Bell, the rookie 7th rounder out of Michigan, phenomenal camp. Like you got Willie Snead, phenomenal camp. You've got Isaiah Winstead, phenomenal camp. These guys are all battling. You got battles going on right now with wide receiver. You've got battles going on at running back. You've got battles going on at linebacker. You've got battles going on. Is it going to be Ambry Thomas? Is it going to be Deshaun Jameson? Who's it going to be? We have battles going on everywhere. We have some injuries to the defensive line. So who's going to step up? This is the best opportunity to do that. And shout out the boys. I see the boys dropped in here. I saw JD earlier. We got Huffy in here. We got Adam in here. I see the boys in here. We got 49ers versus Raiders preseason. Trey Lance gonna be your starting quarterback. And you all see the flow. We had to let the flow go today. No particular reason. Had already let the hair down. I figured, we got a couple more lives that we need to get out the way. All that type of stuff. Stitch says, what's my opinion on the right side of the line? Well, I feel pretty good about it. Colton McKivitz has shown in real game time action that he's more than capable of stepping in and contributing at a high level for the San Francisco 49ers. So I'm not too worried about Colton McKivitz. Also, to one-on-ones, when we're hearing about one-on-ones from a like that type of perspective, we have to understand that one-on-ones are geared more towards defensive line in these types of scenarios. It's pass rush. Defensive line knows it's pass rush. Offensive line isn't using their boys to the left or right of them to help them out because typically they're sliding protection. So it's a little bit geared towards the defensive line. So and again, I wasn't at joint practices, so I can't speak. I heard Max Crosby had some good reps today on Colton McKivitz, but also it's Max Crosby. So I'm going to take it with a grain of salt with also not being able to watch it for myself. But that being said, I do think, and I love what Spencer Burford said about Colton McKivitz, really speaking to their continuity and their ability to work together. I think those guys are going to be pretty solid in the run game. I don't think Spencer Burford and Colton McKivitz are going to be a problem at all in the run game. The thing that we are going to keep our eyes on and what we're going to be looking for as the season progresses is how do these guys hold up in pass protection. That's what we're really going to be looking for. Obviously, no more Mike McGlinchey. And so we have Colton McKivitz step in. He was the swing tackle last year. He's now the starter. We want to see how these guys hold up in pass protection. Less worried about the run game, more TBD in pass blocking. But from what I've seen from training camp, they looked pretty solid. They had you had Colton McKivitz having really good battles with Drake Jackson all throughout camp. Colton would get Drake. Drake would come back, get Colton. It's been a good battle. So I would say overall for the offensive line, they are going to continue to get better as they get more live reps, all this type of stuff. So I am looking forward to seeing what the 49ers offensive line does. And I think they're going to be all right. I definitely believe Banks, Brendel, and Burford will all take a step forward next year. And we understand Trent Williams is the best offensive tackle in all of football, and it's not up for debate. I will not debate you on it. It is what it is. Trent Williams is him, and I will take no further questions on the matter. So overall, I feel pretty good about the offensive line. There's still a wait and see with the offensive line because I still want to see more. But overall, I feel good. I don't feel great, but I feel really good about the 49ers offensive line. If you remember last year, we were super worried about what the O-line was going to look like with 3 new starters on the interior. And guess what? They turned out to be pretty darn good. So I'm looking forward to it. I think they're going to be good, and I think the 49ers are going to be a good spot. Who are the cornerbacks? Really quickly, we have your starting corners are Mooney Ward, Diamador Lenore, and Isaiah Oliver in the slot. I would say the next man up is going to be Samuel Womack. He can play slot. He can play outside. And then Darrell Luter Jr., who has been hurt for most of camp. He'll be a guy that I'm very intrigued by. And then on top of that, I think you got a battle right now between Ambry Thomas and Deshaun Jameson. Who's going to win that battle? I don't know. We're going to have to find out. And preseason will be a great spot to see which player rises, because I imagine we're going to see Ambry and we're going to see Deshaun Jameson. Going to be interesting to see. Don't sleep on Quantrez Knight. Quantrez Knight has been a baller as well. 49ers got some depth at the cornerback position. I'll come back on. Maybe we'll do in-depth live breakdown of top positions to watch for, position battles to watch for heading into the Raiders based on what we've seen from camp, who we think is vying for a roster spot, and we'll get into all that good stuff maybe tomorrow. But it's Friday. It's Friday. That means we got a game on Sunday. It's here. We've made it. Football is back. There's 2 games on right now. I don't care if it's preseason. Football is back. We're just getting back into the groove. Get ready. I can't wait. Can't wait. Shout out to everyone who tapped in on Instagram. Shout out to everyone who tapped in on Facebook and YouTube. I'll probably do a stream tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. But more content coming through. Shout out to all you guys, as always, for vibing. As you know, we got football on Sunday. Raiders. Let's go. Shout out to you guys. I'm out of here for now. Peace. All right. Signed off on IG. And I'm going to sign off here too. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Sub if you haven't. Someone dropped in my comments on YouTube and said, I've been watching for 2 years and I just subbed. Shout out to my guy for watching for 2 years. Shout out to my guy for subbing. But don't be like him. Sub. Shout out to you guys. Wanted to come on here, react, talk about it, get a feel. You know the vibes. I'm out of here for now. Appreciate you guys. Out.